Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Thursday, June the 13th, 2024. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. All right, let's see if we got some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that will help you guys out. I give you different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas, that way there. If you're a brand spanking new player to the game, you're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily or weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble, I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that will help you. I try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. And of course, you guys are awesome with the great comments and tips, which are greatly appreciated. Okay, let's take a look here and see what we can do. Let's take a look at this one here first. Build a floor, wall, or roof in a workshop or camp in FreeCam 10. So a lot of you maybe who have joined the game recently, you might be wondering what FreeCam even is. And basically, FreeCam is just another way you can build your camp. It's just a few extra steps that we have to do as compared to the way we used to do years ago. Just the typical go to your build menu and then just start placing stuff down. But there's an option to go FreeCam where basically our body pretty much stays in the ground and we kind of float up in the air like a little ghost and we can kind of move around. It's really a better way to build a camp. I can't quite remember when FreeCam first came out, but I have several videos when it first did. They're just going to mind the audio because they are a little older. But you can check out those videos if you so wish. They're just not timestamps, so just have a little bit of patience. All right, let's go ahead here. So we get, first off, we can claim any old workshop on the map. Then we can build a floor, wall, roof in FreeCam at the workshop as well. However, what we're going to do, we're just going to sit here and do it in here in our camp. All right, let's go ahead and do that. So basically the steps here, in this case, we're just going to be at our camp. Now, a lot of people like to add stuff to their camp because we get these daily, weekly challenges very often, several times a week, I would say. And this gives people a good chance to add to their camp or modify their camp. You don't have to do that. You can just build it and then scrap it, whatever you want to do. So we're going to position our little guy over here. We're just going to go to our build menu just like as we normally would, okay? Just like this, just your basic build menu, okay? And then you see at the bottom of the screen, you see there it says toggle camera. Now I'm on the Xbox Series X, so it's the three lines there. So whatever button it is for you, that is what you select. All right, so you see that pop up at the top left-hand corner of the screen. You see the little guy with the little wings and the camera. You see Y, in my case, for toggle objective rotation. We have LT, RT for vertical movement. And, of course, we have someone attacking our camp. Hopefully, our friend Adelaide takes care of them for us. Now, this is how you know that you are in FreeCam mode. Okay, when you see that pop up at the top left-hand corner of the screen. So let's go RT, for example, okay, and RT is going to kind of move myself up, okay, and LT is going to move my body down, basically. Let's go to maybe something a little bit smaller here, okay, and this is all it does, and basically allows you to kind of float around, right, and you can see my body down there, see my guy's little body, and it's really the best way to build a camp, because before we had to go on trees and build something just to kind of get up a little higher. But this is FreeCam, in case you guys didn't know what it was, right? And if you need to move an object around, you go, it's a toggle rotation object. So that's what I would select. And then it kind of keeps your guy steady. So it doesn't allow you to move your guy around, but it allows you to toggle your whatever object is around various different ways. And then you can kind of go back, all right, to this by hitting that button again. Right, so we're going to build this floor here, okay, and now we're going to go walls. Now again, I'd like to kind of choose some half walls, and we can just kind of keep our guy. If you guys remember the weekly challenge video that I made yesterday, we were not in FreeCam, and basically you can see the difference, right? Instead of me being down in the middle on the floor, this allows me to kind of be up in the air any way I kind of want. I can move my guy around. Just like that, build a floor, wall, roof, and workshop or camp in FreeCam 10 for 10. Then all you got to do is just go over and then you just kind of scrap it, or you can keep what you build, whatever you want to do, however way you want to play your game. If you're looking to add, that's fine. I just choose to scrap. You just got to be careful whatever you're scrapping that you don't scrap something by mistake, right? It does take a little bit time to get used to using FreeCam if you haven't used it before, but that's what FreeCam is. Just like that, guys. Just like that. I haven't seen that one pop up in such a long time. It's glad I remembered how to do it myself. All right, what's next here, Jim?
Is it hot in here, or is it just me?
Oh, it's just you, lady. Let's take a look here. Oh, my soul. Drink Nuka-Cola 3. So, we get this Nuka-Cola, either drink Nuka-Cola or collect Nuka-Cola flavors many times through the month, usually a few times through the week. And that's why sometimes it can be a little hard trying to find Nuka-Cola products. And that's one of the reasons why I kind of hoard this stuff myself. When I find it, I just kind of pick it up. But Tyler County Fairgrounds is a pretty good spot. You can find Nuka-Cola. They have a Nuka-Cola stand there, okay? Right down here in the Camden Park area. Again, you can find some Nuka-Cola kind of spread around. I find the rare time just occasionally. We can go down here to Lewisburg. You just got to mind the ghouls down there. There's a little picnic table area, and there's a little notch in between the little kiosks there. There's a little Nuka-Cola machine, and usually it's pretty good for me anyway to find Nuka-Cola products there as well. We can find a fair amount of Nuka-Cola products right up here at Sunday Brothers Cabin. When you first spawn in and you run in you'll run down the driveway towards the main house. The left-hand side, there's a kiosk there, a wooden kiosk, and there's usually a lot of tin cans, and there's usually about a half a dozen of Nuka-Cola, just classic Nuka-Cola on that table there. So just an FYI, just to kind of give you a couple good spots. And of course, you find Nuka-Cola machines all around the wasteland, and sometimes it's just bottles, sometimes it is Nuka-Cola products. There's a fairly good machine down here, the Green Country Lodge, right by the swimming pool area. And there's a fairly decent machine you guys have seen in my videos pop up quite often. Prickett's Fort, that little Nuka-Cola machine that's between the main building and the graveyard. It's usually about 2 or 3 in there as well. It's just an FYI. There's a pretty good spot down here, of course. It is a free fast travel. It is Nuka World on tour. And I would say this is probably one of the best spots, okay? I have a little routine that I do. You can watch that weekly challenge video I made just yesterday, just showing you that routine. And we went down to the vending machines that were down there, and it wasn't that bad of a server, actually. It wasn't that bad. Sometimes I've gone there and found nothing at all. So when you're looking for Nuka-Cola, it totally depends on the server that you're on. You can either find it some days, and other days they'll just be bottles or nothing. It also depends on if there are people on your server and they are looking for the same thing you are. They're just going to grab it. They're just going to grab all of it. All right, so you might go and watch my video or watch someone else's video and say, hey, they don't have this stuff here, but they do. It's just someone got there before you. We're actually going to go here today. We're going to go here a little bit different. We're going to go to the White Spring Refuge downstairs. Before we talk about that, we're going to talk about this Nuka-Cola Collectron Station. Now this guy here I got for free a very long time ago on a pass scoreboard, and he will passively collect different types of Nuka-Cola products and the rare bottle or two once in a while. So I have this guy in every one of my camps, okay? I believe you can buy him using gold bullion from Samuel down in Foundation, as long as you have a cautious reputation with the settlers, okay? I think it's 1250 gold bullion. Now for the returning players, if you were around way back in season 11, right? Of course, these will be down here in the resource section. And if you're around it back in season 11 scoreboard, which was quite some time ago, you would have been rewarded this bad boy. Now he's the same thing as the OG red and yellow one. However, on top of Nuka-Cola products and bottles, he will also collect purified water and nuclear waste. So just an FYI, but this one here is also good, but he will also collect, enough Nuka-Cola products for you as well. All right, just to kind of give you guys and just kind of show you that. Just in case this is your first time watching, we're actually going to go right down here to the White Spring Refuge. You hear me yesterday talk about bubbles, and that's where I'm going to show you here today, just to kind of change it up a little bit. We go to White Spring Refuge inside. All right, now we're going to head upstairs. Now, If you go downstairs to the mall, there are vendors down there as well, and every second one will usually sell a Nuka-Cola product or two, so that is another option. Again, you have to use caps. And this is at probably one of the last resort things you can do, like if you can't find them anywhere, okay? And if you're a person like me who's kind of short on time, you just want to get in, and let's say you're not having any luck, you go on server to server, you can't find any Nuka-Cola products, doesn't matter what you do, you can buy them, okay? You can buy them. And here's Bubbles right here, here's Giuseppe who sells stuff for stamps, okay? There's Bubbles here, and as we had talked about yesterday during the weekly challenge video, Bubbles' inventory is not tied into the inventory of the vending machines that are down in Nuka World on tour. So FYI. So again, you got to use caps to buy some stuff here. So just an FYI, but Bubbles' inventory is always good. So you can serve her hot Bubbles all day, and you just keep coming back, and her inventory will be full every single time, because when you come in here, it's the other players on the server is not affected. All right, so you can do that all day long and fill your boots with Nuka-Cola products. All right, so different ways we're doing things, and I'd like to kind of change things up a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead. We are going to go to our grocery bag. If I can find where that is, I'm just getting off a night shift there and getting a little confused and old and senile these days. Let's go ahead. We're going to drink some Nuka-Cola products, 3 of them. Just like that, drink Nuka-Cola 3 for 3. And again, that's one of the reasons why, because I know sometimes it could be, I know the frustration can be real. It can be very challenging looking for Nuka-Cola products, especially other people taking them on you. And that's why I kind of hold on to so many of them. All right, what's next here, Jim? What is next, old pal? Let's see here. Let's take a look at this one here. Eat pre-war food 5, okay? So again, let's go down back to our camp just to kind of show you some camp resources. Just more so for the newer folks, because I know these days most people look for fast, quick, easy ways, okay? Some people have a little bit more time. Maybe they're on vacation or whatever, so they have a little bit more time to look for the stuff in the wasteland, and people might not even be aware that they have a camp resource that gives them pre-war food, okay? So this one here, we actually have to eat pre-war food, so you first have to collect it. Let's go to our grocery bag, just so I can give you some good ideas of what is considered pre-war food. Of course, we have the Blamo brand mac and cheese, bubble gum, okay? Canned coffee, if you have the canned coffee machine. And now, of course, you buy these in the Atomic Shop. The canned coffee is also considered pre-war food. Now, we can find canned coffee laying around as well in certain spots. Of course, we have the canned dog food. We can find that around various spots as well. Certain enemies will have it on them, like Scorched, for example. I do have a couple videos that I made that are older videos, so you just got to mind the audio on them as well. I show you where you can find pre-war food, so you can check those out if you so wish. The main problem is, again, just like the Nuka-Cola, we are kind of bottlenecked by the server, whether it's either spawns the mim or it doesn't. Depends on the server that you're on. Some are good, some are bad, and it depends on the other players that you're playing with on public servers. They're just going to take everything, and when you go to these places that you're thinking to yourself, hey, they don't have this stuff here, like this person said, but you know what, they do spawn in. It's just that the other players got there before you, okay? So just an FYI, that can well happen. Now, just recently we had the Graham's Meat Cook, and a few of us got our hands on this bad boy here, the Weenie Wagon. So this is a free plan that we got from completing Graham's Meat Cook during Graham's Meat Week. And of course, I was one of the lucky ones to get the free plan. And so this will passively collect 12 canned dog food while you play the game. So this little machine here is definitely worth its weight in gold. If you find it in a player's vendor, it's up to you if you want, but you can use caps instead of atoms, okay? Stuff like that. What's next here, Jim? We have cram. Again, you can find cram laying all around the wasteland. Fancy lad snack cakes, funnel cake. Now, see the perk bubblegum? So you hear me talk about perk bubblegum all the time, or chew a piece of bubblegum for daily, weekly challenges. Perk bubblegum we get from opening perk card packs, so everyone Even if you're a brand new player, if you open up a perk card pack, you will get perk bubblegum of some different sort of flavor, like cola, grape, watermelon, strawberry, just to give a few examples. Don't throw your perk bubblegum away. Don't sell it, because it's one of the easiest things to get in the game, right? I don't know if I have any perk card packs to open. No, I don't. So as soon as you open a perk card pack, you'll get a piece of bubblegum. I know someone had mentioned not that long ago they usually sell them all, and I said, no, don't do that. Hang on to them, because there's so many daily challenges that we can use that perk bubblegum that we get for free, okay? And that's why I highly recommend to people just use the perk bubblegum. We get gumdrops we can find around the wasteland. Halloween candy you get from completing Monster Mash down in Watoga. Let's check here. Nuka-Cola candy. So the Nuka-Cola candy is from the red candy machine we got in Season 11. So again, another camp resource, okay? We have the Nuka-Cola Quantum Candy, which is from the bluish-purple candy machine that we got in Season 11 as well, if you were Fallout first, okay? Let's see what else we got here. Perfect Bubblegum. I wouldn't recommend wasting too many of these, because sometimes we get these for free as our daily free item in the Atomic Shop. Everyone gets a free item every single day, and sometimes this will pop up. Popcorn, if you have the popcorn machine, that's also considered pre-war food. So this is the OG one that we got for free quite some time ago on a scoreboard. But there is a yellow Hollywood one that we can buy in the Atomic Shop, and it pops up once in a while. And again, just a camp resource that passively collects while we play the game. And they're totally worth the weight in gold, because, you know, sometimes we might not have the time to look for this stuff, right? What's next here, Jim? There you go. There's another perk bubblegum that we get from opening perk card packs. Sugar bombs, same kind of deal. And yum yum devil egg. So those are some great examples. So what we're actually going to do in this video, we're actually going to use the bubblegum, the perk bubblegum that we get from opening perk card packs, just to show you. So see how that's counting? Gives us a little bit of buff at the same time. But just an FYI, eat pre-war food 5 for 5. And we basically, you know, that perk bubblegum, everyone should have perk bubblegum on them. And that's why I try to show that to people, just to show how things work. All right? So there we go. And some of the returning players, you guys might have this stuff, and you might not even know it. Of course, this will be under, when you go to your build menu, it'll be under your resource section. So just an FYI, okay? That's more so for the returning folks. And, you know, so there you go. What's next here, Jim? Let's take a look. We're going to save this one here for last. Let's go ahead, kill a Mirelurk 5. So we have many great spots that we can find Mirelurks. You will come across an older video of mine. If you come down here to Summersville, there's a house on the right-hand side. Now, probably about a year ago today, actually before that update that we had last year, that house was infested with Mirelurks, as well as the cemetery next to it, and all down by the river. And today we're lucky to find maybe 4 Mirelurks down here now, okay? So just an FYI, you can just kind of disregard that video, most of it, but if you go down by the river, you will still find about 4 of them. So FYI, I do have that little update in that video. Probably one of the best spots for Mirelurks is right over here at the Ohio River Adventures. We usually have about 5 or 6 grown adults. And of course, we have all the Mirelurk eggs that are down there. And when you interact with an egg, you can either pick it up or it explodes. Now, when it explodes, there's a pretty good chance there is a little Mirelurk hatchling that pops out. And if you kill that little Mirelurk hatchling, which is really easy to do, that also counts as 1 Mirelurk, okay? Another great spot for Mirelurks, there's usually about 4 of them right down here at Lake Reynolds. There's various types of Mirelurks. Again, we usually have the typical Mirelurk that we normally see. There's the odd Razor Claw, Mirelurk Hunter. All right, so just an FYI, if you come across a Mirelurk King right over here and a few other Mirelurks, there's also a Mirelurk Queen as well, over by Quarry X3. Those are also considered Mirelurks as well. And sometimes in around these farms, you'll come across the old or the odd Mirelurk King as well. So just an FYI down here in this area right here. And one other good spot is just up here. It is called the Toxic Dried Lake Bed. We can find 6 Mirelurks up here very reliably, and 1 Mirelurk Queen. Just FYI, that's where we're going to head here today. Let's go up here. toxic dried lake bed. Alright, so one thing that's good about these particular dailies, we can kill them any old which way, nothing real special. Just like that. Sometimes they come to you when you have a loud weapon like this plasma caster. So those are the 3. Alright, so we're going to head this way, and there's the other 3 or 4, usually right down here. This guy here's ready. He's ready for a fight. Now, sometimes they will be on the other side of the building, so you just gotta watch yourself. Sometimes they can be a little sneaky, those guys. Let's check here. Hopefully he's here. Wow. Oh, they're in a fight. They're in a fight with that guy there, that rat scorpion. Alright, now if you do go out in the little pond there, believe it or not, the Mirelurk Queen will kind of pop up. Okay, so just an FYI, I don't think I have any grenades on me. Oh yeah, I do, look at that. Let's see here, Jim. See if she'll pop up for us just to kind of show you us. Oh, there she is there. Perfect. Well, she's here today, and as Mirelurk Queens go, she's fairly easy. As easy because she's only level 60. The odd time, oh look at that. Nice little fight going on, that's pretty cool. Sit back and watch this happen. What's next here, Jim? Destroy Robot 10. So again, many great spots we can find robots. You will come across an older video of mine where if you go up here to Vault 76, just to the west we have the upper lower parking lot. And once upon a time, there used to be 10 Liberators there, but they don't have the Liberators there anymore. You're lucky to find 6 or 7 weakened ghouls, so you can disregard that video. So just an FYI there. Probably one of the best spots for robots is right up here in Clarksburg. The lower section has ghouls. The upper section will have your robots of various types. Right down here at the Charleston train yard. Again, there may be about 10 Liberators here. If you're lucky, depends on the server that you're on. Right down here in Beckley, you'll definitely find 10 different types of robots here as well. And if you go up here to the Beckley Mine Exhibit, you might find the odd Robo-Brain. Right around this right here, Mount Blair Train Yard, we have the BattleBot. Sometimes there's a couple of robots that show up for that. Another good spot is Sugar Grove. It's a little bit higher level area, so just an FYI, that's a pretty good spot there as well. And what we're going to do here in this video is, and actually turrets, one more thing, turrets are also considered robots, okay? So one of the best spots for turrets is right here in Berkeley and Bloody Frank. So there's all kinds of turrets around there. There'll be all kinds of turrets around, where are we at here? Right here at Harper's Ferry as well. Okay, so turrets are also considered robots. And if, you know how we go around the wasteland, sometimes we'll see those 3 large vertibirds and a little cargo bot following it around with a, holding a piece of cargo. If you down one of them, that's also considered a robot as well. So just an FYI, there are many different ways we can do this. Seeing we're up here in the map, we're just going to go up here to Clarksburg. Let's go ahead. Now again, the upper section, the lower section will be full of ghouls, and the upper section will have the robots, and that's where we're going to head. Now let's go ahead and lock and load, Jim, before we forget. Alright. The one thing good about this, we can destroy the robots any old which way with any weapon, which is pretty nice.
Approach and identify yourself. Law-abiding
Sometimes that happens.
citizens will identify yourself. Identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed. Kill. Area secure.
Sounds like that guy's right on top of us there. It's weird. Back panel for those guys. Wow, look at that. I don't know where that guy went. He disappeared. That guy disappeared off the face of the earth there. Alright, let's keep going here. If they're around, they'll show up. Sure. Little iBots there. Okay, good stuff. Gonna move around pretty fast there, wasn't he? There's our watcher there. Good stuff. Sometimes he's legendary, sometimes he's not. There's a Protectron with a little track on him. Oh my lord. Hey, you take that flamethrower there and... Okay. See you later. Oh, that's so funny. This game sometimes cracks me up. Let's keep going. And there's definitely enough robots here to fill your boots. Satisfy this daily challenge. So I know what was shooting. That's what was shooting there. That Google officer. How you doing, buds? Oh, jeez. Robots are also good for many great things: aluminum, lead, steel, cells. Now, there's usually two more up there. I don't know yet. There's a guy. Let's get that Mr. Handy because he's already kind of weakened anyway. There's right there. And there's usually two more that's up in that little room that's up there that used to have the power armor back in the day. It does once in a while. I'll see it up there, but not very often. Usually there's like a Raider power armor in there. Back in the day, you'll come across some very old videos of people, and that's probably one of the first things to get as a brand new player. All right, let's take a look here. Let's get something to eat and drink. My old pal.
Scanning for hostiles.
Get some canned dog food in us here. There we go. Alright, so this is a great spot, as you can see, and kind of missed it here, but again, down here, Voltec Agricultural Research Center. It's usually full of robots down here as well, and this is probably one of the best spots, especially if you're a brand new player. It's probably one of the first events that you do when you come down here, do fertile soil, all kinds of robots. Actually, yeah, that's what we might do here for the next one. Let's take a look here. Complete an event in one. So I made a video about 5 months ago almost, and the video is called Complete Event for Newbies. You don't have to be a newbie to watch the video. It's about an hour and 6 minutes long. It's all time-stamped with chapters. I go on a private server like I am now by myself, and the vast majority events on that server I spawned in by myself, and you can do that. Now, sometimes it can be a little harder if you're on a public server with other people, because it all depends on when the event was spawned in last, but you guys have seen me able to spawn in events by myself on public servers as well. So if you're having a hard time trying to find an event that you want to do, you can check out that video if you so wish. So actually, let's go down here. Let's go down here, Voltec Agricultural Research Center, and we'll pop down here and see if we can spawn in fertile soil. Just to kind of show you. And at the same time, we'll show you the other good spot for robots. Hunting rifle here. I never even noticed that before. Alright, so there you go. So it's fertile soil. We spawn this in ourselves. Right? Again, one of the first events you probably do as a new player.
Once they're dealt with, you'll have to reboot the server. Again.
And again, you can spawn this in, and you can do your event. You can kill the robots, whatever you want to do, all at the same time. So that guy is already dead. See all the robots that are around, pretty cool. And as robots goes, these guys are pretty easy to do. Now, there's all kinds of robots that are inside that building. You can do that if you so wish. You can make your way up these stairs. You don't need a jetpack to get up here, and you go to the top entrance. This is the way I like to go. Top entrance. Take care of everything outside, and then work your way down to the building.
All supervisors
Now, if you're a person like me, you already took care of your robots, you're really not interested in doing it, you just want to get the event done to get credit for the daily, you could just use this top way and just make your way to the basement, just as easy as that. Alright, so this weapon is very loud. All the robots will be on top of us here very soon. Just like that, complete an event, 1 for 1, done. That's how easy that guy is. Ow. Alright. Let's go ahead here. So this one here, join a team with another player. Sometimes we'll see daily, weekly challenges where we have to just be in a team. And we would just be in a team by ourselves, okay? But this one here is forcing us to be on the team with other people. And there's definitely nothing wrong with that. So I am on a private server, so I need to go to a public one. Let's go ahead and do that. We're just going to exit out. We're going to hit this here. We're going to go to a public server instead of a private one. That's a good little picture there. Mia Adelaide. Nice. See, we're on this public server and I spawned this event in again. See, that's how easy it is, guys. So again, let's pop up here so we're kind of out of the way. Alright, so they can't really, we're not going to bother with them because we already did that event, but that's how easy it is, guys. And we're on a public server, so we spawned that in. No one came by here recently, so that's awesome. So again, join a team with another player, 1. And I know for some people might not understand that there are many new people to the game, and people, they don't tell us how to do these daily, weekly challenges, right? And that's where folks like me pop in. And so what we're going to do is we're going to join a team with another player. So again, what we do is we just go to our map screen like this. You go to the top right hand corner, it says social, then you slide it over, and then there's a team right here that just happens to be here. And let's go ahead and join it just like that. Join a team with another player, 1 for 1, done. Now you don't have to know them, you don't have to hang around with them if you don't wish. You can go ahead and do that, and then you can get off the team and go to another team or start your own team. You can even start your own team and then wait for someone to join you, and that will also count as well. So just an FYI, there's many different ways you can do that. So there we go, just like that, guys, just like that. And I think we're done. I think we are done. Let's check it out here. We are just like that, guys. Another easy one here today. Again, I do a lot of explaining and stuff. This is, you know, these are more geared towards tutorials for folks who are unaware of how to do them. If you know how to do them, then that's great. And again, many different ways we can do these. If you're not a person that doesn't like to fast travel, you just like to kind of physically walk, there's definitely nothing wrong with that. You can go ahead and play the game whatever way you want to do it. All right, so there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Boogaloo Bronson, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Starburn 138, Robco. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.